Welcome to the demo of the purchase order approval scenario using a mobile. In this demo, we have used SAP as the backend ERP system and shown the mobile application on a BlackBerry platform using a simulator. We will first explain the flow of the purchase order approval solution using slides and then move on to the actual demo of the solution using the BlackBerry simulator and SAP in the background. In today's demo, we have just shown the approval scenario. The same framework can then be used to reject the purchase orders. This slide shows you the user interface of the application on the mobile. The first snapshot is of the login screen. You will need to log in using your SAP credentials. The list of purchase orders as shown in the second snapshot is displayed after a successful login. From here, you can select a specific purchase order and see the header details of the same. You can then approve the purchase order from this screen or drill down to see the line items of the purchase order. Once you reach the line items of the purchase order, you can then approve the purchase order from there or go back to choose another purchase order. This slide explains how the list of relevant purchase orders is retrieved from the backend ERP system. The application will connect to the SAP system via NetWeaver Gateway or a middleware. Within SAP, our custom BAPI will be triggered that will retrieve all the open purchase order approval work items. This is restricted to the user ID that is used to log into the application on the mobile. The BAPI will check all relevant authorizations before sending the data back to the mobile for display and further actions. This slide explains how the approval of the purchase order can be done from the mobile. Once the user approves the purchase order from the mobile, the user action is transferred to the backend ERP system via NetWeaver Gateway or the middleware. This triggers the standard BAPI which then approves the purchase order in SAP and sends a message back to the mobile. This message is displayed on the mobile and the purchase order list is refreshed automatically. The rejection scenario also works in the same way and can also trigger a work item back to the purchase order creator for further action. This is in line with the standard SAP solution. Do note that our mobile solution will only extend the existing purchase order scenario that is already implemented in your system. It does not modify any standard or existing custom objects in your backend system. Now let us look at the actual demo. In the demo you see the SAP system in the backend where you see the list of 4 purchase orders. In the foreground is the BlackBerry simulator with our purchase order application loaded on it. Let's open the application. While it opens, let's look at the SAP system. You see the 4 purchase orders for the user Quintal, 16, 19, 21 and 22 that are listed over there. We will log into the application in the mobile using the same username and the password for that. So once we log in, we will see that the purchase order list as seen in the SAP system in the background, the same list is shown in the mobile in the front. So you have 4 purchase orders, 16, 19, 21 and 22, and that's the 4 that we have in SAP. We can open one of the purchase orders. Let's open 16. While it loads, let us just look at the same purchase order in the SAP system. Keep it in the background. We see that the user is Quintal. In the release strategy, once we look at the status, we will see the values over there. You see the net price of 3356, quantity is 20 and the total gross price of 33560. So you have the same gross price and the quantity details there. The number of line items are 2. So we can load the line items here or we can approve it from here. Let's load the line items. There are 2 of them. And once we see the line items, we will see that the values and the quantity are the same as maintained in the purchase order in the backend. And once we verify this is fine, the user can then approve the purchase order directly from here. Let's do it. Yeah, that's approved. Let's open the business workplace work items. We'll see that there are 4 in the SAP system, only 3 in the mobile. Let's refresh the SAP system and there you see there are only 3 now. 16 has been approved, so you don't see that in either the mobile or the SAP system. Let's do one more from the mobile now. Let's approve 19. So I will open 19 in the background also. So you see the same details. which net price, gross price and the quantity 10, the same as in the SAP system. The number of line items is only one over here, so let's approve from here directly instead of seeing the item. There, approved. Let's look at the mobile. There are only 2 items, and once we refresh SAP, you see there are only 2 pending purchase order items right now. The other 2 have been approved. I will open the outbox and look at the work items executed by me. I will see the 16 and 19, the 2 purchase orders that we approved from the mobile. They are listed over here. So these work items have been executed successfully. I will open the same purchase order, so let's refresh them and see. Let's look at the release strategy, and you will see that the release is done for this purchase order, and the same for the second purchase order 19. Let's reload it, and then we look at the release strategy, and there it is approved. Before we close, I would like to spend a couple of minutes on our implementation methodology. We have a 5-step implementation process as shown in the slide. Some examples have been marked if the backend ERP system is SAP. In the first step, we will review your backend ERP system to understand the configuration and the OS levels, and also to check for compatibility. If the backend system is SAP, then we check the purchase order release configuration. In the second step, we will implement our add-ons specific to your ERP backend system. The add-ons can be easily customized or built afresh based on the requirement. We will then configure the gateway to connect the backend ERP system to the mobile device. This could be using our middleware or any other third-party gateway system. In the fourth step, we will configure the mobile application based on the requirements and the mobile operating systems that will need to be supported. We will start the acceptance test of the application on specific devices. Based on successful acceptance test, in the final step of the implementation process, we will then transport our add-on to the production environment of the backend ERP system. Then we will deploy the application on a pilot basis for some specific users, and then based on successful testing, again, move it across the board for productive use by all the relevant users. Based on our requirements and considering our experience, the entire implementation cycle from review to deployment can be completed within a few weeks across multiple mobile environments. Apart from the purchase order solution, we also have multiple other mobile ready solutions. Also, using our framework, we can build any custom application within a short period of time and with minimum effort. Do contact us on the details mentioned along with this video for further discussions. Thank you very much for your patience and hope to hear from you soon. Bye.